All right, welcome back, everybody. We took a little bit of time off, but appreciate everybody, all the new follows, and everybody engaging with our YouTube channel. Welcome back to Data Mastery, Marketing for Modern Growth. The topic today is, and I have about 10 different topics lined up all around B2B marketing. The first one that we want to talk about today is cold prospecting and why it's absolutely killing your pipeline, why you're wasting money, your SDRs are wasting money, and more importantly, time on trying to take these frigid cold prospects and then turn them into actual clients. And I have 5 things I'm going to go over. One, why are you targeting people that aren't even looking? Why your SDRs are wasting 80% of their time? Why cold outreach is absolutely burning your reputation, and then basically you're in essence paying for prospects, or I'm sorry, you're paying for data that aren't even prospects, and why you absolutely should not be doing that. And then your opportunity cost, which is the biggest thing in number 5 here. So to start off, you're basically targeting people that aren't even looking, and that's the worst part about the cold outreach. You're paying for data, you're wasting your time picking up the phone, calling people, hoping that they're actually interested in what you're selling, and it is an absolute killer for your entire client acquisition process. There's absolutely zero need to doing cold outreach now. There's so much better data available, whether it's through us or whether it's through somebody else. Frankly, it doesn't even matter. But the point is find intent-based data. That's what you guys need to be looking for, and that's what you need to be focused on. Find people that are actually searching for your products or services, actively searching for your product or service in market for what you're selling, and then start the process. Then pick up the phone, send a LinkedIn DM, send an email, but find some way to acquire that warm, interested data, what we refer to as in our business as in-market data. Then more importantly, you can also find data from people that have already visited your website. So now where we start the process is, and where you should be starting the process, whether you're working with us or not, is starting the process with people that are actively searching for your products or services in market for what you sell, or have already visited your website. This is a much warmer approach where you're calling somebody based off intent. So you're not just saying, hey, are you even interested or in market for what you're selling? You already know they are. So now it's, hey, I know you're interested in what we're selling, for lack of a better term. What can we do to provide more information? What questions do you have? Now it's more of a question answer value call versus just trying to, pull somebody over and hopefully they're interested, fingers crossed that they're actually interested in what you're selling. Then to the second point, which is kind of obvious, but your SDRs, your sales team, are wasting 80% or more of their time just calling to see if somebody's interested in what you sell. What if the SDR already knows they're interested in what you're selling? Now you're eliminating all that 80 to 85, 90% of their time that they're trying to just find people interested in what you're selling. Now they already know this. Now they can spend 100% of their time following up with people that are already interested in market for what you're selling or have already visited your website. It's a complete game changer. Next up is burning your reputation, right? So whether you're picking up the phone and calling, whether you're sending a LinkedIn DM, whether you're sending an email, you are absolutely burning your reputation by just doing cold outreach. Now you're not somebody calling to add value. You're not calling somebody that is looking for what you're selling and adding value to them by addressing questions and educating them and adding value. Instead, you're burning your reputation by just being another spammer out there trying to just, throw shit against the wall to see if it sticks, for lack of a better term. And I think that's one of the biggest problems with the cold outreach that most people don't even think about is, your reputation's on the line here. Business's reputation, especially a business that's trying to scale and grow, reputation is everything. So if your email accounts are getting burned, you're getting denied and not getting the connection request on LinkedIn, nobody's picking up your phone, well, guess what? That all just stacks up and compiles into building a bad reputation for you and your company and your brand. Another thing is data's not cheap, right? I mean, it's cheap data is cheap data and you're going to get what you pay for. But for the most part, data can be expensive, and if you're paying for data that is just cold prospects, it's like a waste of money. I mean, ZoomInfo and Apollo and all these other data sources out there that they're just delivering you, hey, here's a B2B list of here's everybody, all the decision makers in this niche with people doing over this volume of revenue, and now you're paying for cold prospects. Well, I mean, I don't even know the exact numbers because every situation is a little bit different. But if you're paying for 100 contacts and you got to pay for all 100 of them, now you're paying for 100 contacts. Fingers crossed that 2 or 3% of them, 2 or 3 of them are actually in market for what you're selling and a warm, interested prospect. That means now you're back to the other bullet points, but now your SDRs are wasting money calling 100 people to try to find those 3 or 4. Now your reputation's being burnt on the 97 that aren't even interested. So maybe when they are interested down the road, you're already wearing a black eye for that because they're known as a spammer or just somebody trying to do cold outreach. So pay for quality. That's another big piece of advice, is there's quality options out there, whether you're buying the data directly, whether you're using us to warm up the data and confirm interest. There's so many different options out there where you can literally get much higher quality data and not just waste your hard-earned money, waste your company's hard-earned money on just completely cold data. And then finally, it's the opportunity cost. The opportunity cost is huge and something that I don't think people really take into account. But if you're not in front of the high intent users, the in-market users, or the people that are visiting your website, if you're just relying on cold data, then your competitors are likely getting these opportunities because they're either found a better data source, they're calling people that have already visited their website. So as candidates are bouncing around, obviously, probably shopping around, looking at 2 or 3 different companies to see who they want to engage with. If your competitors are using these tactics to stay in front of somebody and call somebody within 24 hours of them bouncing off their website, or within 24 to 48 hours of them searching for what you're selling, then you're missing out on all those opportunities. Your fingers crossed that cold list that you're purchasing is somebody in market for what you're selling, when your competitors have now literally skipped to the front of the line, calling high intent interested individuals or calling people that are out shopping around and already visited your website. I mean, I don't even know if you can count how many opportunities you're losing by being at the back of the line when your competitors are at the front of the line. So there's so many ways, and I can probably go on to this. I'm trying to keep these episodes in about 10 to 15 minutes, but I could go on for hours here talking about the different ways that cold prospecting is absolutely killing your pipeline. Just to recap here, stop targeting people that aren't even looking for what you're selling. Target people that are in market for what you're selling, people that have visited your website. Stop wasting your SDR's time, right? Let's deliver. You should be able to deliver high intent users, website visitors. So the goal is you want your sales team like pedal to the metal on the way to the office, scrunching into the parking lot, excited to make those phone calls on a daily basis, excited to reach out to people, knowing that the data that they have are people actually interested and have a, let's just say, above a 50% chance of them actually closing the deals and generating business for you and your business. Plus, stop burning your reputation. Just be known as a spammer, being known, strictly doing cold outreach, cold calling people that have no business in what you're selling. Stop paying for data. Start paying for prospects. That's the main thing. Data's data, but there are plenty of ways to verify intent on data, to generate interest from the data before you actually make those calls. So you really want to make sure that you're getting the highest use of your advertising dollars. And then the next thing is the opportunity cost. Stop letting your competitors operate from the front of the line, following up with those warm interested people or following up with people that have out shopping around and visited your website. Let's push you to the front of the line by using that warm high intent data, by being able to follow up with site visitors. Or in our case, I mean, when we deliver a prospect to a client, that prospect is in market, has visited the website, and has also opened up multiple emails to verify they're interested. Only then is that data delivered to our clients for them to call and follow up with. So it's like multiple layers of intent and verification of interest. Also, one little thing that wasn't on the list, but make sure that you're checking, and guys, this is becoming more and more relevant, make sure that you're checking and scrubbing your data off the do not call list and known litigator list. I would hate to see you run into a fine, run into a lawsuit from a known litigator or anything. I mean, it's very simple. It's something that we include in our process. And again, whether you're using us or not, make sure that you're using a like a scrubbing service to make sure that those phone numbers are not on any do not call list and not on a known litigator list. So there's so many cool AI generated techniques and tools and everything to streamline this process and get the highest intent, interested, verified data into your sales team and SDRs. So if you have any questions, my team and I are happy to jump on a free AI data discovery call. Whether or not we're a good fit, we love to do these discovery calls, educate businesses, and really kind of push them to the forefront into B2B marketing in 2025, and then help set you guys up for success. So I appreciate your time here. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Feel free to share this video with any other colleagues, fellow entrepreneurs, anybody that you feel might benefit from this. And thank you for your time, and we'll see you again soon in a couple of days. Take care.